Back here to share a few points on how to stay out of tax trouble. Today's topic is reducing your tax liability. Let's dive right in. I'm sure you've seen the late night TV commercials saying, settle your tax debt, or for pennies on the dollar. So today we're talking about the situation where you do owe taxes, you know you owe taxes, and you're wondering, can I pay less than the IRS is saying that I owe? Well, let's start with a dose of reality. 9 out of 10 cases, taxpayers that owe tax debt, those issues are resolved with full payment of the debt. That's a statistic to start with, and we need to be realistic with that. So the next logical question is, am I one of the 1 in 10? Does my situation qualify as something special, something out of the ordinary, the 1 in 10 that may qualify? Well, it's worth having a conversation each time that may be a possibility. Perhaps there's innocent spouse situations, or your income has permanently declined. There can be any number of reasons why that may, in fact, be a better answer, and you may be eligible. IRS considers two reasons for reducing tax debt, and we have to qualify for one or sometimes both of those reasons. So if you're thinking that you may be able to reduce your tax liability, what we want to do usually is separate the amount that's not disputed versus the amount that is disputed, and generally want to offer a plan to pay the amount that is disputed, and that will help us resolve any amount that is disputed. I mentioned there's two reasons that IRS will reduce debt. One is doubt as to liability. In other words, is there a dispute on this amount owed? And then the second is doubt as to collections. In other words, you may owe it, but you don't have an income anymore, or your income is just poverty, just enough to get by. The IRS isn't going to collect it. So we need to establish one or both of those issues to reduce your tax liability. I think that there's plenty of people, myself and others, that offer those discussions without charge or obligation to see if you might be one of those people. But I'll just wrap this up by saying, don't be tempted by one of those late night TV things that says, oh, we settle tax debt, pennies on the dollar, thinking that everybody qualifies, because that just plain would be a money trap to get your money and not have the results you expect. All right, thanks for listening today. If you have a topic that you'd like to see covered on a future episode, please use the message app here on the program to be in touch. I'll be back tomorrow